State Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Utah State's offense will take the field first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Aggies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Looking to throw, it's Barnes. With the catch, it's Lane. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. So Air Force's offense has its first opportunity of the day. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get...
And the ball is free on the pitch. I don't know that there's anything more demoralizing to an offense than the fumble. I know the defense makes plays, but sometimes they just seem so unnecessary or sloppy.
And I think the offensive coordinator now has some decisions to have to make. Oftentimes, Reese, we see running backs fumble, they get benched. Well, this offense, they're not going to bench this guy because of his talent. But how many more times do you trust him to carry the football on design quarterback runs after that fumble?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Good timing on the quick out. He gets it inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 17. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Boyd. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave it the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Falcons will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Caught over the middle, it's Davis. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Dropping back, it's Barnes. Unloads to the wideout. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Picks up the first down, still moving. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the back. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays too.
Oh, he's got some space. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Finds his man. It's Carson. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Falcons, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll send the back in motion. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Looking downfield, it's Mars. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
That's reeled in. It's Jacobs. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They booted away on 4th down.
Returner goes out of bounds.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the 2nd half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Johnson wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop and they'll mark it at the 39. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Uncorks it. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
And with time running out here in the first half, not willing to invite disaster, the offense takes a knee, and they'll go to the break trailing. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that. And I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on second down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
And the Falcons will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Fires to the big fella. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Barnes. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Part of the backfield, it's Boyd. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great play by the cornerback. And this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over him. Nice job.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. He splits the uprights. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle.
There he goes! He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Falcons will send out the punt unit. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking for a man. It's Barnes. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Turning on the Jets. At the 30. He's at the... And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And he's
Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Ball down at the 7-yard line. A nice return after the pick has him in business. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out. They'll try to do better this time around. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job at assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
We reached the break, and Utah State holds the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping into the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Johnson looking to throw. Got rid of it just in time.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. That That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Goes to the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Rushes on him. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
3rd down is money down. You got to find a way to execute and get the ball out, get it to your playmakers. That was the opposite of that. They got it to their playmakers, and they got absolutely nowhere. Lost yards on the play. 4th down now upcoming.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The give on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
I know a lot of people were thinking there was a chance this defense could contain one of the best running backs in all of college football. I don't know if anybody thought they would dominate him and completely shut him down the way they have. Negative rushing yards in the game for this guy. You cannot say enough just about how physical this defense has been, playing with a chip on their shoulder all game long to shut him down.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the Aggies come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Falcons want to move quickly.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Johnson wants to throw it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The snap sets up the throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Past the 50. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep shucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Finds his tight end. Oh, a lot of space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right